Here, and in this video I want to show off the fruit set I got this year. I would have got a little bit more, but due to the late frost I lost a little bit of it. And I'm in Kyle, Texas, which is Central Texas, so I kind of want to show you guys what trees you can grow here and get fruit off of. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, and let's get into it. This first tree I'm showing you right here, this is a splash pluot, and I've actually got, this is the first time I've got fruit set on it this year. And he's probably got about 10 fruit set on him, which is pretty good. I'm excited about that. And the next one I'm going to show you is right over here. This is a Flavor Queen Pluot. I do have quite a few Pluots here. If you see this nice piece of fruit right there. And this is the first year the Flavor Queen is fruited too. And right here is the other one. I've only seen 2 pieces of fruit on this one. But in my experience, once they start to fruit, the next year they'll fruit a little bit heavier. This guy is Flavorosa. He did fruit this year, but due to the late frost, he lost all his fruit. And this guy right here, this is actually a peach. You see him right there? I haven't seen too many on him. This is Sugar May. This is a very good tasting peach. Very sweet, a nice little red fleshed, very good. And this guy right here, this is a very good producer for me. This is Geo Pride, and I'll probably pick some fruit off of him because he's got a ton on him. I have no idea how many he has, but he's just covered in fruit everywhere. And I really like this one too. This one is Dapple Supreme. He is not necessarily that heavy a producer, but he does produce early and he produces consistent. I'll say he probably has somewhere about 15 fruit on him. And I really do like this piece of fruit. And this is actually this big guy's first year of producing. He's really big. This is his first year to produce also. Dapple Supreme and Geo Pride have been producing for a couple years for me. And yeah, if we look right in here, our fingers, there's a piece of fruit right there. Here's one right here. This is Dapple Dandy. There's one right there. And here's a couple right here. And Sam Houston Peach. He's got quite a few on him. Move that leaf there. I'm excited about him. He has been with me for a few years here, but has not fruited, so he's actually got quite a few fruit on him this year. Nothing on my Loring so far. And this guy too, he had trouble with the late frost. This is my Emerald Drop. And this guy right here, this is Flavor Heart, which this will be his first year fruiting. And you can see he's got a few fruit on him. Even in there too. And right here. Which that's cool. And this is my pineapple pear. I think he just has a few fruit on him. He had a few last year, and he's a pretty good pineapple. I mean, he's a pretty good pear. Oh, and this guy right here, I only had 2 fruit off him last year. This is my Flavor King. Oh, I got double right there. I need to pull off. Yeah, only 2 fruit off him last year, and this year he has a ton on him, which is really exciting because he is a really good piece of fruit. The first piece I had wasn't so great, and then during my video I tried a second piece of fruit, and I was like, "Ooh, that is really good." I wish I could describe it while I'm on here, but it was a little bit of time ago that I tried him, and you can see he's got quite a few on him. And this guy right here is my June Gold Peach. He's got quite a few pieces of fruit on him. There's a double right there. And he's a really good one. Nice peach flavor to him. Very peachy. This guy right here, both these guys are my Florida King peaches, and they had a ton of fruit on them this year, but they all froze off and they fell off. And this guy right here, this is my Flavor Grenade Pluot. I've got 2 of them here, and these guys, they've been staying heavy for me for quite a few years. I'm really sorry about the camera work, guys. I'm trying my best here. You can see right there, he's got quite a few. And this guy is also Flavor Grenade, and you can see he's got quite a few fruit on him too. These guys, they're very consistent producers, very heavy producers. You can see he's got a lot in here. And a pretty good piece of fruit. This guy right here is my Satsuma Plum. And he only produced a couple last year, but he has a ton on him right now. Look at all that fruit. And actually, this will be my first year of having some Nectarines. This guy right here, he is the Double Delight Nectarine, and he has some incredible flowers on him. He's actually got a beautiful piece of fruit on him. I counted 3, which isn't bad for the first time. And this guy's a Laredo Plum. He also has quite a few pieces of fruit on him. He only set a couple last year also, but a lot better this year. In fact, if I can get in here, you see all this fruit from him. And this guy also has nectarine on him. This will be his first year. This is Arctic Blaze. So I'm excited about trying the nectarines. I haven't had any set so far. And this guy right here, this guy, showstopper. He is Sweet Treat Pluots, guys. This one, he is a heavy producer, and he is a solid, good piece of fruit. I really think this guy is going to take off and become one of the very most popular pieces of fruit grown. He is just a really good, small piece of fruit, strong plum flavor, but it's a sweet plum flavor, and he is just an excellent producer of fruit. I mean, look at that. Look at that. He's produced quite a bit for me. And he's a really good piece of fruit. He does need a cross-pollinator though. And this guy's a big letdown for me. This guy's so funny. If I don't know if anybody grows him. This is Candy Heart Pluots, and he is the first to flower. He flowered before any of my other trees, and he flowered probably about over 2 months ago. And he is the last. He is the last to leaf. I know he's still alive. I've checked him. He's still alive. It's just how it is. He was the same way last year too. This guy right here though, this one has the most fruit out of all the trees that I have. This is the Burgundy Plum, and he crosses with a lot of my Pluots, a lot of my the Sweet Treat Pluots, and he is just, I kid you not, he probably has over 100 pieces of fruit on him. He's just crazy. He covers himself in flowers and just so many pieces of fruit. Just so many. And that's even after, look at all the ones that fell off. Because I'm not going to let him do all those. I'm not going to let him produce all these pieces of fruit because he's got way too many on him. But I enjoy his spunk. Look at that. This guy right here, I love this guy's flavor. It's the Spring Satin Plum Cot. And you can see I think I counted 13 pieces of fruit on here. He's a really good piece of fruit. He starts to go from green to purple extremely quick. One day you'll see him, he'll be green, and the next day he'll be purple. It's got really good flavor though. and I'm definitely excited about him. And this is one I'm very excited about too, assuming he's still here. Yep, the Sugar Twist Blueberry. And he was really big last year, and he died back. He needs constant water, and that's something I've kind of learned with him. I need to kind of water him a little bit more than most of my other trees. If he doesn't receive his water, he dies back. This guy right here, I know I saw some fruit on him. This is my Sprite cherry plum, and I'm really excited about him. I haven't got to try him yet. I was thinking I need to get some Delight cherry plum in there to cross-pollinate with him, but it turns out that is not the case, so that is good. Because I really had a hard time trying to find that Delight scion or tree. I couldn't find it anywhere. And this is one I'm excited about too. Honestly, I get excited about a lot of fruit, guys, so I'm just bear with me when I say that. This is going to be my first apricot to fruit right here. This is a hard-caught apricot, and I think he's got 4 pieces of fruit on him. There was 2, and he's got 1 more over here if I remember correctly. Oh well, I don't see it. But yeah, he's got about 4 pieces of fruit on him. And this over here, once I come over this way, this is going to be my very first cherry. This is a Vans cherry, and he is right. Oh, let me see if I can find him here. Oh, in fact, I might have lost him. Okay, sorry about that. He is right in here. He's a Vans cherry, right there. That's gonna be our first one, and he still has others that might fruit. I don't know yet. We'll just have to wait as time goes by. He crossed with my Craig's Crimson here. My other cherries haven't done anything, and this was his first year to flower. These right here are my grapes, and I had some grapes last year. This will be my first year. I'm gonna get some muscadine grapes on here. This guy right here. I know I saw some flowers fixing to form on him. I just don't remember where they were. Right there, there we go. Right there. And then I've got a few others that are gonna flower, like my blueberry grape. He's very productive for me. You can see he's gonna flower right there, and right there, right there, there, and there. And then the other stuff I have is just, I'll have some strawberries. So let me take you over there real quick. I got some little strawberries here. They do better in the shade. I was learning that. I've had to learn that the hard way. I've lost I don't know how many strawberry plants before I learned that. And then let me take you real quick over here to the front yard. And right here in the front yard, I'll have my mulberries. These are white fruity mulberries. I'll get some of those this year, probably here shortly. And I'll get some fig, but he hasn't set his fruit yet. And then my apple trees. This guy right here, he's a very prolific producer. I haven't let him fruit yet, but you can see I've got so many fruits on him. This is the ghost apple, and I'm not so sure I'm gonna let him fruit this year either. This is my Anna apple. He's loaded with fruit, as usual. In fact, you can see right here. I'm gonna thin some of these off, but you can see he's got just so much fruit on him. And he typically produces a lot for me every year. I've got this Anna, I've got that Anna. That Anna has less on him, but he does have some fruit on him. He probably has around 20 on him. That guy over there probably has close to 40 or 50 on him. The Einshimers, these guys had a bunch of apples on them earlier, but they lost them due to the late freeze we got. In fact, I think this guy still has them on. I think he still has a couple. I know I saw one of them have them. Yeah, here we go. He still got them. And he's even got flower right there. I've got my Fuji right there, and my other Fuji. These ones, they haven't, I don't think they're setting fruit yet, but they produced pretty good last year. This one did. That one I didn't let produce. And yeah, I haven't had anything from my Gala or my persimmons. They've had fruit on them, but I haven't let them fruit because I don't like their size right now. I prefer them to get bigger. And my Arkansas Black, he sets quite a bit of fruit, but I normally pull him off because I still want him to get a little bit bigger too. And my Pink Lady, which she also is pretty good about setting fruit. But thank you guys for watching. Till next time, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and thank you so much.